This is the classic case of I'm not as great as I once was, but I can be as great as I was once. Garp just showed out. As we all know he can and should. He probably getting packed up soon. So he gotta go out like a G. But once again, we back here singing the same song. He can't beat any of the current top tiers. He was put in front of one right now. He's in front of Aokiji. And yeah, he getting jumped a little bit. It's like 4v1, 5v1, something. He had Kobe in the help of him, but we pushing the narrative apparently. So he getting jumped. And at the last panel, everybody's still standing, he's the one down. So it ain't like he took out one of them. Granted situation, this is the final villain in his crew, well the final villain's crew, because BlackBeard not there. So obviously, that's the matchup the Straw Hats is gonna have. We can't have Garp taking them out before they fight the Straw Hats. So, story-wise, he ain't in a good position. Well, away from the story now. Let's dive in. We in One Piece. This is real. Talking about the strength of the characters. Garp. In season 30. What is LeBron in season 20? Garp in season 30. And y'all still want him to be as good as Giannis, as Joker? It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So yes, the Galaxy Divide, Galaxy Impact, Garp is showing out. The speed, rocking, Pizarro, Garp is him. Garp is him. This was the man that was fighting Roger. This was the man that won exchanges with Roger. We knew this already. To say that he could put out at this level for as long as it would take to beat an admiral, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. It's not. I can't see it. I can't see how you see it. It just, and this goes for all the old men. I said this for all the old men. We saw Rayleigh versus Kizaru. He was there for a few minutes and he's like, ooh, I can't really do this right now. I can't really do this right now. Same Rayleigh versus BlackBeard, and he's like, yo, if it really got down to it, I was probably gonna be out of there. I can't win that fight. My chances of winning that fight is slim. And I think Garp can beat Akainu. Even though he's face to face with the man who also lost Akainu right now. Not saying it's a 1-for-1, because matchups in One Piece matter to me, at least more than power itself and power scaling. Who the matchup is can be very important. And I think Akainu is a worse matchup than Aokiji is for Garp. Because one, we see the last panel once again, Aokiji looked like he's freezing the tears. This was his old master. He ain't going as hard as he probably can. He has mixed feelings. He is in a similar position, not exactly, but a little bit, than Garp and Marineford. What to do with Ace? Deep down, you don't think he really want to let Garp off this island? But if you let Garp off the island and BlackBeard come back, you let Garp go, you let Kobe go, the island is damn near half destroyed. It's a bad look. It's a bad look for Aokiji if you let that happen. So some gotta give. Something gots to give. Unfortunately, that's Garp. Now, is he gonna die? You know, One Piece and Oda. I think they're gonna capture him, probably use him as a bargaining chip. But if he died, I think that just, as unfortunate as it is for the story, the impact that would probably have, and then thinking of Luffy leaving Egghead and everything he's dealing with now to find out, yo, Grandpa dead, Garp gone. The hero of the Marines is gone. And the new one is born in Kobe, but the real one is gone. That's gonna be different. That's gonna be different. How would Luffy feel about that? He couldn't save Ace, and he wasn't even there when Grandpa went. Is he gonna have a serious moment and sit back and think about that for a second? Or is he gonna be regular Luffy, like, hey, people died, Grandpa was a Marine, he knew what he was doing, he went out. Obviously he's gonna be sad, but how is he gonna handle the sadness? That would be super interesting. It will also be interesting to see if he get captured, see would Luffy go to save his grandpa? Would Luffy go to Full of Lead Island? Would Luffy go to where BlackBeard is now? It's like, yo, Grandpa coming back now. For the story, I don't think we could have that just yet. I don't think the story could go in that direction. But seeing how Luffy make his decision would be super interesting. But back to Garp, like, come on now, people. Come on, we gotta think about these things. Garp is way past his prime. And I know some people do think that the old generation is just leaps and bounds above the new generation. Just one, that's normally how story don't go. Almost everything I could think of. The new gen come and pass up the old gen. Naruto and Madara, Hashirama and them boys. Naruto came and by the end, it was stronger than Hashirama and Madara. Ichigo at the end, arguably stronger than Yama and the rest. This time, I think they just so far ahead. Now, granted, I do think no one is stronger than Roger. I still think Roger is probably the strongest. I think Whitebeard probably still beats. That's still probably top 2. Garp probably is in there. Prime, back in the day as his peak. But currently, the old heads, they not. And another thing people talk about is Sengoku and coming to save Garp. They may be coming to die together. Because either way, I think this ends in death for Garp. I don't think you have Garp getting captured and then being released back and then have to go up. I don't see that happening. I don't think that fits with who Garp is, his character, what he stands for, or what he means. So either way, it's either he just dies now, and they could still probably lie. They still have Shorty with the devil fruit that could mimic people. Like, she just mimics Garp, pretend that he's still alive even though he's dead. But either now or at the end of BlackBeard scheming, I think this is the end for Garp. But come on now. He can't be the top tier. None of the OGs can be top tiers. They can't go for that long anymore. Remember, Aokiji and Akainu went for 10 days. Y'all think Garp is going for 10 days? Or y'all think Garp is taking out Akainu in like 2 or 3 days? Because all the off-screen fights in One Piece take forever. Kaido and Big Mom was sparring for 3 days. Salute to a hero and the G and a gangster. Garp that guy. But he can't beat them people, man. We gotta stop.
Yeah. I know that you gon' say 'cause you need something real, for real.